So Bitcoin hit 14,000 again. Now before you go and spend all your money on cryptos, maybe I teach you about the wallets. Maybe you learned something and maybe you don't lose your money this time. So I'm going to take this opportunity of cryptocurrencies popping their heads in the news again to teach you something about blockchain, and that something is cryptocurrency wallets. What are they and how do they work? If you want to learn about cryptocurrency wallets, make sure to watch this video till the end. That's when I'm going to teach you a few interesting facts you might not know. Let's get right to it. So the idea of the cryptocurrency wallet is basically just a concept that makes it easy for simple people who don't really have anything to do with the blockchain understand how cryptocurrencies are stored and tracked on the blockchain. The actual cryptocurrency wallet, the fact of it is an application, usually either a web-based application or a standalone on your computer that doesn't really do a lot. Just a few basic functions that allow you to interact with the blockchain in terms of receiving and sending coins. So let's circle back to the idea of the cryptocurrency wallet for a bit. Most people are going to think about it exactly the way they think about a normal wallet. There are things called Bitcoins, and there is a place where you put them called the wallet, and you basically take your Bitcoins and put it in your wallet, and that's it. That's how the Bitcoins are placed in your wallet. Well, that, my friends, is not true.
That you are so not, oh God. Balls.
First of all, there is no such thing as Bitcoin. What? Yeah, I said it. Now let me explain what I mean by getting into the technicals a bit. So let's just take Bitcoin as an example for the rest of this video for me to use. Basically, the concepts are going to be the same for the majority of the cryptocurrencies that have their own blockchain, including tokens. I mean, tokens are going to be more or less the same, except they don't have their own blockchain. They just attach like leeches to someone else's blockchain. Alright, so what does a cryptocurrency wallet do? It basically does three things. First, it shows you the total amount of the coins. It generates an address for you to receive the coins, and it sends the coins out from your wallet. So we have to understand how these three functionalities operate in a wallet to basically understand how a wallet works. So let's start with the address generation, because that's just how you get your coins to your wallet in the first place. Cryptocurrency wallet will give you an address to which you can send your coins, and then those coins, once they hit the blockchain and get confirmed, they will appear in your wallet. What does that address do? You might think that that address is like an identifier for your wallet or something like that, but that's not really the case. That address is actually nothing more than just a sequence of characters that follow certain rules, and each blockchain will have different rules for the address. Let's imagine there's a random coin out there called whatever, and that coin's blockchain requires for the address to follow certain rules. You have to generate the address for that coin in a very specific way, which is basically hashing it and running it through various mathematical and cryptographic functions.
It's science.
That then in the end spit out the result. Now these functions are exactly that. They are the rules that your address has to follow. But basically, when this address is involved in a transaction, it needs to be validated. Now when making that validation process is basically gonna make sure that the address does follow the rules that are outlined by the blockchain that the address for this blockchain needs to have. So an address is a random string of numbers. That's the gist of it. And anybody can generate it if they know the sequence of formulas that they have to run in order to get the resulting address. Let's talk about how the coins actually hit your wallet. So this is where you're gonna find out what I mean by saying there's no such thing as actual Bitcoin. So the blockchain does not contain the concept of Bitcoin. The only thing that the blockchain does contain is actually a set of transactions. And that's the only thing that there is. It's basically just a list of entries saying who sent coins to whom. So now when your wallet tells you the total amount of Bitcoins that you have in your wallet, there is no such thing on the blockchain that says, okay, John, for example, here has 5 Bitcoin and Peter has 3 Bitcoin. No, the only thing that blockchain does know is that John received, let's say, 3 coins from this guy and 3 coins from another guy, and then he spent 1 coin just buying a pizza or whatever. So your wallet takes those transaction entries and it sums everything up and spits you out the resulting amounts. So that's why I say that there's no such thing as Bitcoin. It's only transactions, and that's it. Let's talk about how the sending functionality works in your wallet. So we have to circle back to the fact of what is on the blockchain and the fact that there is no such thing as coins on the blockchain. There is only transactions. So when you decide you want to send your coins out of your wallet, what happens is you type in the amount of the coins you want to send out, and then you type in the address that you want to send to. Now what your wallet at this point is going to do is going to generate a transaction entry, and it's going to try and submit that transaction entry to the blockchain. Now, for this transaction to be valid and accepted by the blockchain, it needs to confirm the fact that you actually own the coins that you want to send somebody. What your wallet is going to do is it's going to go over the past transactions that you had, receiving the coins to your wallet. It's going to pick the coins that you received and create a transaction saying that I spend these coins that I have received and I now send them over to somebody else. So when you do that, the blockchain is going to know that you no longer own these coins and that they went to somebody else. Example time. Remember this bad boy? Let's imagine that at some point in your past you have received 2 transactions, one for 2 bitcoins and one for 3 bitcoins. Now you have 5 coins in your wallet total, and let's say you want to send 4 coins out. Just delete this for a little bit. What your wallet is going to do at this point is going to go back in time through the transactions that you received to your wallet, and it's going to try to look for 4 coins. So first it goes and hits this transaction, 3 coins, that's not enough, we got to go find more. Next it's going to go find this transaction, add them up. Now it's going to know that you have 5 coins that you can spend and it's enough to spend 4 coins, right? So it's going to generate a transaction with these 2 transactions, previous transactions, as inputs to your new transaction. So let's call this in. Now a transaction contains inputs and outputs. So those outputs are where you specify where you're going to send your coins. So let's create these out block, and you want to send 4 coins. And let's say they go to address ABC. This is the address that's going to receive 4 coins. Now, but we input in the transaction 5 coins and we're only sending out 4 coins, so that means we have 1 coin left that's hanging there. So what happens with that 1 coin is it's gonna be also generated as an output to your transaction, but it's gonna go back to your wallet as a change. So you will specify change address here. So once this transaction now hits the blockchain, what's going to happen is 4 coins are going to go to this guy, ABC, and 1 coin is going to go back to your change address. Instead of change, it actually says an address of your wallet, and it's going to go back to your wallet. Now, what's going to happen next is these 2 transactions become spent on your wallet, but you have a new transaction for 1 coin that you have just received. And this is again going to be the total amount of the coins in your wallet, and that's the gist of how sending coins work. Alright, so you know how you send coins, know how the total amount of coins is displayed now in your wallet, and you know how you receive coins. You know how cryptocurrency wallets work. We only scraped the surface of the whole wallet topic here. There are still things as hot wallets, cold wallets, and whatever warm wallets to be discussed. But let's leave that for a next video. I hope you liked it. If you do, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and don't go lose all your money in cryptos now. So now that we know that the address is nothing more than random string of characters that just follows a certain rule set, that means that you can actually send your coins to addresses that don't even exist yet, or maybe potentially never exist, if you send it to a string of characters that does match the required rules for an address for the specific blockchain. So what does that mean? Well, imagine there was a very rich dude that had 10,000 Bitcoin at some point in his life. Let's say he made a mistake while typing in an address to send the bitcoins to, and it went out to an address that was never generated in the first place. What that means is that actually maybe sometime in the future, one very lucky person might have this address generated by his wallet. And then when he opens up his wallet, he will see the thousands of bitcoins that are in his wallet already. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, well, it would be something, but except that it's mathematically impossible to generate the same address. So, too bad.